Hello, 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 and welcome to Uniquely Inspired Part 2 on our Sunday. Here with who? Me, Trina. Welcome in, y'all. Part 2 to Uniquely Inspired. Woo! Y'all, it's been a day. It's been a day. Cleaning, cooking, fighting, arguing, everything but sexing up. But anyways, let me tell y'all. God is so good. God is good. All right. So I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me, giving me your time. As always, I don't know, y'all. I had to get some energy out. It's out. So, anyways, I hope everybody had a fantastic evening. I hope everybody is doing well. Keep smiling. Y'all smiling? Y'all better be doing them affirmations. Anybody got y'all got them affirmations together? Okay. Look, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, okay? If you have not done your affirmation. Y'all ready? Let's get going with these affirmations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself some love. Give yourself some love, because you know what? You got to love and like yourself first, because if you don't do that, who else is going to do it the right way, right? So anyways, if y'all didn't finish that affirmation in those 5 seconds, it's okay. It's okay. Don't panic. Don't stress. None of that. Just breathe and work on it, okay? And make sure that you own it, because it's going to be yours to keep. It's yours to keep, okay? So yeah, so how has everybody been? How has everybody been since we last spoke? So I'm just gonna get into this January. We're gonna be reading another. I did this morning. I did one from My God's Calling. So we're gonna do another affirmation this evening from Grace. It's called Grace for the Moment. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go to January 22nd, because that's what it is. Y'all, I can't believe it's already January. Can y'all believe that? I sure can't. I meant that we're at the mid part. That's what I meant to say. My bad. But anyways, I'm going to open up with this, and then we'll get into the chat. How about that? So for January 22nd, here in Grace, let's see what it says. It's called The Reachable Jesus. So we're going to be doing this one today, y'all. This one. All right. So real quick, it says, well, we never rush God. We ain't gonna never rush him. So just be patient. Y'all might want to hear this, because it might be something in here that you could take away, right? So because today we're gonna talk about how we don't stop and we don't quit. Okay, you just keep on going. But anyways, let's go on to the reachable Jesus. He remembered us when we were in trouble. His love continues forever. That's Psalms 136:23. God chose to reveal himself through a human body. The tongue that called forth the dead was the human one. The hand that touched the leper had dirt under its nails. The foot upon which the woman wept were callous and dusty in his tears. Oh, didn't miss the tears. They came from a heart as broken as yours and mine ever have been. So people came to him. My, how they came to him. They came to him at night. They touched him as he walked down the street. They followed him around the sea. They invited him into their homes and placed their children at his feet. Why? Because he refused to be a statue in the cathedral or a priest in an elevated pulpit. He chose instead to be he chose instead to be touchable, approachable, reachable Jesus. God came near. Amen. I liked that. I really did like that. And I like that part. Y'all, for some reason, I like the part where they said how he was not, a cathedral priest. His statue wasn't in a cathedral, or he wasn't a priest in an elevated pulpit. I love that. He just wanted to go and walk around and feel the love and be loved and understood and all those great things, right? But I hope somebody got something out of that. But let's get into this chat, okay? Because we don't stop and we don't quit. Oh, yes. All right, Kiba, how is it going? Kiba, so glad to have you. Welcome back, part 2. Yes, she says, game over. God shows up and give me a pep talk. We praise him and say amen as this Sunday evening comes to an end. Yes. Don't forget to praise him, y'all. Kiba, hot girl. Hot. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yes. Kiba, Trina, everyone in the chat, good evening to you all. Yes, so glad to have you again, Kiba. Welcome. Marsha, how is it, girl? How's everything going? Welcome back. So glad to have you this evening. She says, hello, Trina, and salvation is for each of us, and it is free. Don't you know? Don't you know? So we got to know. That's why it's very, very important. The salvation is free. So we got to know what we're doing here, right? And try to make it as best and as pleasant as we can, right? Thank you so much for sharing that, Marsha. Her affirmation says, I know and believe that God loves me. What more can I ask for? Marsha, we can't. We can't ask for no more than that. Because when we look into people in the world, we will be very disappointed. So that's all we can ask for, is for God to love us, to direct us, to guide us, to protect us, to give us strength, keep us humble, right? All those great things. Because you know what? He will. He will. And it's so funny because so many of us think that we can fool him. We can't fool him. Hell, we can't even fool ourselves, let alone fool him, right? Oh man, come on with it. Marcia says, I will never throw in the towel. I take that towel and wrap it around my head. Hey, yes. Yes, Marcia. Don't throw that towel in because we don't quit. Keep going. Y'all, we don't stop. What are we stopping for? Are we stopping because it's a roadblock? Are we stopping because somebody told us to? Like, what is going on? Where's the stop sign in your life right now? Where's the stop sign in y'all's lives? Y'all have one? Y'all have a stop sign? Okay, so we don't quit either. Who told you to stop? Let me tell y'all something. We so easily able to give up. We so easy to just quit. And the reason why is because it's easy. Nobody wants to work for anything that's hard. Rather it's a job, rather it's a relationship, rather it's raising children, rather it's cleaning, rather it's cooking. Anything that we do in our lives and we think that it's hard, it's so easy to quit and stop, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that because a lot of the times when you stop, you just really quit. So if you don't stop, you won't quit, right? But if you get hung up somewhere, it's okay. Pull the string back a little bit, right? Pull the string back a little bit and start over. That's what people do when they fish. They don't just give up. What they do? They reel it out. Let it sit, wait for something to bite, and be so patient. We can be patient for the fish to bite, but we can't be patient for God to bring us what he wants us to have. Let me say that again. We got patience to fish, but we don't have patience to wait for what God has for us. Okay. So if you're not going to quit and you want that, you what? People that really like to fish, they're not going to stop. They go out there until they catch something. They don't care if it's a piece of seaweed. They caught something. They go come back home and say, "Oh man, we ain't catching them, but we picked up that seaweed." You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it was they didn't stop. They didn't quit. But it's called time of day, because I'm pretty sure if they didn't have to leave, they would still be out there what? Fishing, right? Until they caught something. So that's how our lives should be. When you really want something, go for it. Don't stop just because something happens. Keep going. Love the affirmation, Marsha. Hot. Love it. Hey, Keith, how are you? Did you get everything done today? We missed you. I'm so glad that you're back. How was your week? How was your week and your weekend since I last spoke to you on Wednesday? I hope all is grand fantastic on your end. Keith says, Marsha always knows where your towel is. Yes. Affirmation, Keith, let's get it. He says, I have stood strong all my life, but God, I am weary of the never-ending fight. Grant me the strength to endure. Yes, you're doing it the right way, Keith. Ask God for the strength. Ask him for the strength. You're on the right path, man. On the right path. I love it. I love it. That is hot. Yeah, I think a lot of us have stood strong, in our lives, but we also know that God is going to be there and he's going to give us strength. You know what I mean? Have you ever been in a situation and then when you walked away from the situation, you were like, damn, why did I do that? So, or if you've had something and you felt something attachment to it, but then you felt like, oh, I can probably, get rid of it. Then you're like, dang, why did I get rid of that? That's how I kind of look at that. But yes, Keith, yes. Thank you so much. That was hot. Love it. Thank you. Stacy, how are you? Welcome back on this Wednesday. Wednesday. On Sunday, second go around. How are you? Welcome. I'm so glad to have you back. She says, hello, beautiful souls. Affirmation. Believe in yourself. Believe in that your Heavenly Father is standing by you. The universe is yours. It is. Y'all, this world is too big for us to be in something this small. It's too big for us to be in something this small. We feel like we have to be in one place. A lot of us give ourselves not enough credit. A lot of us don't give ourselves enough credit. We tell ourselves, oh, only if. You can do it. If you're telling yourself only if, that means you can do it. Okay? We all sit back and we say, well, we don't have the money to do it. And that's a lot of reasonings people don't do a lot of things, is because they say, we don't have the money to do it. Nature is too beautiful. Some things, and there's a lot of things in this world that you do not have to have money for. Just go out there, be adventurous. The world is too big. You see what I'm saying? It's too big for us to sit back and just think that we're stuck. We're not stuck. We're not stuck. Okay? So pray about it. Give it to God. I love that affirmation, Stacy. It is beautiful. Thank you. Hello, Keith, again. Yes. Yes. Isn't it? His affirmation is very relatable. I like that. He says, Stacy, it's like today I had to go to the CARS, Fork Lake Volunteers Fire Department, and lent car. Oh, wow. To help with planning an online auction. Oh, so what are y'all going to be auctioning off this Friday, Keith? A car? I don't know what it is. But yeah, what are y'all going to be? How did that go? What are y'all going to auction off? Well, Keith, you do so much. I really admire your strength. I do too. I admire his strength too, because he don't be playing. He gets up and gets up, get out. And you talking about a man with a stump? A man with a stump and does as much as Keith does. Can't nobody tell me what's wrong with them. That why you cannot get up and not do something. You see what I'm saying? We got to stop taking life for granted, because I think a lot of us take life for granted and then at the same time feel like somebody owe us something or we're owed something, right? Come on with it. Yes, I love all the affirmations as well, Marcia. Stacy says, really, Keith, man, they should come together and help you. You're doing them a favor. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But some people just want your help. They ain't trying to help you. They just want your help. That's how it be sometimes, Stacy. Marcia says, hey, Keith, what does the Hitchhiker's Guide have to do with my towel? Well, yeah, what does her towel got to do with that? Love it. He says, Stacey, did it stop raining in California? I hope it did. He says, Marcia, just read it and laugh your butt off. Aww. he had to make you try to laugh on that one, Marcia. Yes. Yes. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. This one. Let me open it so you can see the cover, Marcia. I think you told me last week you had this one. Was it? Was this the one you told me that you had last year from the moment? This one? Max Lucato? Lucato, I'm sorry. Max Lucato. Yes. That's it. That's it, Marcia. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like this, like with the other one, I read both of them every day. And I like it because they kind of mimic each other in somewhat way. But I like them also too because it keeps me grounded. It keeps me grounded. It's a good read. They have good examples. They use examples or stories that makes it easier for you to understand. So not only does it give you the verse, but it gives you the breakdown of the expectations or what it's about, or how it can be uplifting or things that we could see different in life. It's just awesome. I love it. I love it. Marcia says, I agree with you, Stacy. Is like Samsung. Yes. Hey, JR, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So glad to have you. How are you doing this Sunday, girl? How are you feeling? Are you feeling any better? Any better at all? Just a little bit? Man. Stop in the name of love. Before you break my heart, think it over. Yes, Marcia. Yes. So we had a little Supremes going there for a moment. But yeah, so glad to have you, JR. How you been this week? Hey, Mary, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So glad to have you. So glad I'm so glad that you came in, stopped in to say hello. How you been? It's been a minute, but it don't matter. The point is you're here now, right? So how was your day? How was your week? What do you have looking forward? What are you looking forward to for the week? Yes, yes. Always glad to have you. Always glad to have you, JR. Yes. Marcia says, I will try and read it, Keith. Yeah, she'll make, and Marcia will. She will. Marcia says, I do not have patience to fish at all. Never did. I don't. You know what? But I find it fun. I like to throw the rod out and reel it in. I just find it fun. I could just sit there and do that the whole time. I don't care. But I do like that. Mary agrees with you. I don't have the patience either, but I'm telling y'all, just get it, the fishing pole, reel it back in. And I really be thinking I'm doing something. Like I'm the big fisherman. For real. Like, no joke. Seriously. Mary says, hello, hello, everyone. Thanks for the greetings. Of course, of course. You know, you can't come here and uniquely inspired and not get greeted. Okay. But we are so glad that you're here, Mary. We are. Stacy says, okay, we have to start cooking Cowboys in the 49ers. Oh, are they tied? Is this the Super Bowl game? Or is it just like like within the playoffs? Oh, it's 9-9. Ooh, I'm gonna have to watch some replays to that game because I know that game is hot. Y'all, like I said earlier, I wish my grandma was here because I would have been sitting right there with her. Me and her sitting there, and I could just see us playing the game. She probably toking on one, and I'm probably, past whatever, give us a drink. I mean, I'm old now, like not old, but but I'm just saying, keeping it real, y'all. But I love the sports with my grandmother, and y'all, it was, I was going through some stuff today, and I came across a picture, and it was a picture of me and my mom, my grandmother, and my sister. And I was actually pregnant with the oldest one. And I was like, oh my God, so it was so good to see that. And then I came across, of course, some older pictures. But, the sad part that I got across to is when, I was going through some stuff that I had brought back from my sisters. I go through it periodically. I'm just trying to go through it and see what I need, what I can get rid of. And of course, I came across some of my mom's medical stuff when she was in the hospital, and that's not how I want to remember her. And, I don't remember her like that. I mean, I remember, but I don't like to remember her being sick. But the thing about it, I came across and I was like, these are only written words, of how, about her illness with her cancer. And I was like, these are only written words because you know what? Now she's not in that. These words don't even exist anymore. She's somewhere much better and doing and feeling so much better. And it's like she passed me the baton and says, oh, lady, finish the race. Finish the race. And you know what, guys? That is what's keeping pushing me. I hear my mom, and and I still haven't gotten there with my sister because I think I'm still in denial about that. I'm just being honest with everybody. But with my mom, it's just I can see the beauty. I can really start to see the beauty and I want to thank my therapist for that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Natalie, if you're watching this. It was a tough fight to get through that, but I got through it. But yeah, so as I was reading that today, it's kind of like, but when I finished, I was like, these are just papers. These are just words on a paper. This is not her. She doesn't exist of this anymore. So yes, and like I said, she passed the baton and I got to keep going, right? All right. That's what I love, guys. I love it. Mary says, Bengals won, Stacy. I am near Cincy. Which ones was the Bengals? Were they? No. What state? What state was the Bengals? Who do they play? What's the Bengals who? Because I can't remember right now. Keith says, various donated items. It's a fundraiser to keep the lights on. Hey, can I have a fundraiser to keep my lights on? That's no joke, okay? That is no joke. But you know what? God is good. God is so good. Yes, he is. Yeah, Marsha, I remember you telling me that. I remember. See, I've kind of figured that. I figured that. But it's a good book. It's a good read. So if y'all don't have it, please go find it. Yes, Mikado. Yes. Thank you, Marsha. Go ahead and sing that song. Hey, stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Think it over. Ooh, ooh, ooh. See, I need some backup Supremes. Yes. Mary says she started yoga classes. Hey, how is it going? Okay, so you love it. Oh my goodness. And is it like, do y'all meditate in there as well, or is just straight yoga? You know what? I need to do something as yoga to kind of stretch, because you know what? I haven't stretched. I haven't exercised as much as I wanted to. I had gotten on this streak where I was like doing probably about some what they call them, the crunch, like not the crunches, the ones with legs, the squats. I had started doing some squats and I stopped. But y'all know what? That knee challenge. Hey, I can do the knee challenge. Hey. But anyways, neither here nor there. I need some yoga because I want to start, because I know it brings out the tension in the body through the muscles. It's good for the blood flow, for the mental, the physical, the emotional, the spiritual. Yoga is really good. It's an all around. Yes, Mary, I am so glad. I hope you continue to do it and you can give us so much more information about it. But I'm gonna have to, even if I get online on YouTube and just get in my living room and just start doing it, I have to start doing something. And this is the time to start doing it. Thank you, Marsha, for coming on. We will check you out tomorrow. You have a grand, fantastic evening. Be safe. Blessings and sweet dreams, Marsha. We see you again soon. Marsha says, happy you started yoga class. Next, try Tai Chi. Yeah, because she does Tai Chi. There you go. Keith, thank you so much for sharing. Now we all know. Mary says, if they did have Tai Chi, I will give it a try. I am old and and out of shape, but I am moving and stretching with a smile on my face. That's it. That's it right there, Mary. That's it. You're smiling. You're doing it. And I don't care if you have to be one step behind. Keep going, girl. Keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? And don't say you old, girl. You are seasoned. And because you are seasoned, you'll be surprised at the things that you're going to remember that you can still do. Sometimes I think we think because of our age, we can't do it no more. But girl, you well seasoned. Okay. I'm not going to say well seasoned because I don't know seasoned for you. But what I'm saying is you ain't old. You doing something great for yourself. And I love the positive aspect that you see it. I'm moving and I'm stretching and has a smile on my face. Because you know what, Mary, you're doing something good. And you know that you're doing something good for yourself. And that right there is very important. And I will be smiling too for you. And you know what? On top of that, Mary, it gives, I'm pretty sure it gives you that little extra energy, doesn't it? Does it give you a spark of energy? Like when you get out, you're like, that felt so good. And you be ready to take on the next thing, right? I can only imagine. Because you know what? When I used to work out, I used to be like that. I used to be like, oh, I'm a little tired, but what is the next thing I could take on? You know what I mean? But I felt good and I felt relaxed. Just throughout the body just felt so good, right? But yes, keep moving. That's all. That's the key. Keep moving, okay? And keep smiling. You keep moving, you keep smiling. Ain't no stopping you, girl. You got this. You got this. Cincinnati, Ohio. That's right. Cincinnati. Hey, they've come a long way. Because I remember back in the day, they was good, but then for some reason they kind of leveled off. But then they came back. I don't know. How did they place this year? Marcia says, look at Amazon for a Tai Chi tape, Mary. Okay, all right. Bye, Marcia. At Mary, Tai Chi is easier on you. Hell, I'll be 65 in May. I still do it often. Keeps me flexible. Yeah. And I think that's what I'm trying to get up to. Just not to be just flexible, But just being able to, when we're stretching, sometimes I get up in the morning and I'm stretching and I'm like, no, 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 no. This body, no, we're not gonna be feeling like this, So I try to do little things in the day, take stairs. Take stairs. That's a good thing. When you're just in motion, sometimes sitting, just kind of like lift your legs a little bit, all those great things, but keep going. Yeah. But yeah, 65 is not old, Keith. Not old. My mom would have been 66. She would have been 66 years old. Yes. So she would have had a year on you, Keith. She would have had a year on you. But you know what? My mom didn't look none of her age when she passed away at 56. Like, she looked none of her age at all. She looked really good for her age. Thanks. I know. I took up the dynamics. Yes. Mary says, yes, meditate. And I took a chakra class. Okay, the chakra class. Okay. The other day, and I live in the country, farm girl here, and this yoga studio opens in the next town over. A lot of y'all, I notice, live, in the country, and like, those rural areas. She says they're not Trump fans, thank God. Well, I'm glad that you're safe out there. That's the most important thing. You know what I mean? You have any pets, Mary, out there with you? She says, yes, they sucked for years. Yeah, they did. But you know what? They came back, But you know what? They're all winners. Because let me tell you something. This is how I looked at it. They may have sucked. I'm always trying to take out I just try to find the good and the bad sometimes. But even though they suck, let me tell you, they wasn't sucking that bad because somebody was still getting paid. They were still getting paid, right? But I'm glad that they were able to come back up in somewhat way, right? So we gonna give them a round of applause. Woo! Cincinnati Bengals, yes. So I don't know who gonna win that game tonight, but I know that game is just good. It's probably 10 up right now. So if y'all watching that game, y'all better just let me fill me in. He says, Trina, when I try to stretch, I sound like a truck load of Rice Krispies that got dumped into the river. All the popping and crackling you hear. Yeah, I know, Keith. I know. It's a lot. I don't think I'd be doing that much crackling and popping. But I just know, like, okay, Trina, you need to start stretching a little bit more. You need to, all that kind of good stuff. Mary says, no farm animals, but I have 3 dogs and 1 cat and some chickens. Hey, that's good enough. That's good enough. We got to be real careful of what we're starting to pick up to take care of and how much we're allowing our animals to mate. And the reason I say that is because, y'all, people don't want to take care of their pets anymore. People just dumping them off. You see them on the side of the road. It is sad. It is so sad. And I just feel like if people don't want pets, give them to somebody that they're going to go to a good home, or take them to like a no-kill shelter, and let somebody come and adopt them, or just even if it's just to, foster, But yes, Mary, that's good. You got plenty, and I know they keep you very busy, very busy. He says, Mary, I remember the heyday of the Reds in the 70s. I used to listen to it on the radio. What was the heyday of the Reds? What was that? Mary says, I hear you, Keith. I hear my crackling all the time. Snap, crackle, and pop. Snap, crackle, and pop. You know, those kids be dancing to a song called like something like I don't know how to do it, but it's a song called Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Yes. At least I think that's the name of it. It might be the name of the dance. I don't know, but it's something like that. Keith says, married chickens. Yay, you getting some eggs. Oh, that I know, right? Mary says, yes, I love the Big Red Machine, and they were one of the kind of teams. Those were the days. Yes, those were the days. Because I don't know who Big Red Machine is. You know what? Talking about getting them chickens from them eggs. At least I hope you are getting some eggs. Let me see. She says some eggs, not as much in the last few weeks. Well, hopefully they'll keep them coming, because I'm telling you, it's like $6 or $7 for a carton of eggs now. For a dozen of eggs, it's like $6, $7, going on $7. So yeah, so all you guys, you know, I don't live in a home yet. I'm still renting in an apartment, but if you have a home, guys, and y'all are able to, don't stop and don't quit. Keep putting out things in your yard to help build your, you know, your garden. Start gardening, you know, putting you some vegetables and some fruits out there. Because you know what, guys, I really, really believe it's going to come to a day. And that's why I cannot wait till my home comes to me, right? Because let me tell you, I'm going to be doing a lot of gardening, because I want fresh fruits and vegetables, because that's what we eat a lot of in the house anyways. But just to make sure, like if you, it's better when you know what you are actually growing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're going and picking it up from the groceries and we don't know, you know, it's stamped one way, but where is it really coming from? You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, you know, I find that if you know, have that choice and you are blessed in that way with a home and you have land, or even if it's just, you know, just so much in your backyard, you know what I mean? Start making use of it, you know, and because it might come a time that people need to buy it from you, you know, or it might be a time that something is biting my leg, or it might be a time that, you know, either somebody's going to buy it from you or we're just going to need it. You know what I'm saying? So get your crops going, I know my friend back in Alabama, Trees, I felt so bad because when it got cold, she lost all her stuff. She was actually in the midst of doing greens and all kinds of stuff. And when it got cold, it just kind of just fell. And she was like, Trina, my garden is gone. It froze. And so, but it's okay. She's going to start another one. And, you know, I'm so glad for her. She has a beautiful home. And she's just a beautiful person. So yeah, so y'all make sure. Let me go ahead to the chat. Mary says Cincinnati Reds, Trina baseball, they won the World Series a few times in the 70s and they were incredible. Oh, okay. All right. Baseball, Trina, the Reds were a powerhouse, were they? Mm-hmm. He says, I have chickens. I get over a dozen a day. I supply my family with eggs. Oh, I wish I was in town, Keith, not for you to just give them to me, because I would pay you something for them. But yes, oh my goodness, that's good that they giving you a good feed supply. Does it matter like what you actually feed them, Keith, to help with their supply? But I'm not talking about like nothing like what do they call those things, like hormones, nothing like that. I'm just talking about just good feed that you can feed them, and you know they'll produce more for you. No, it's not, but something is like really biting my leg. I don't know what it is. Probably a little ant. I don't know, I ain't seen no ants, but I'm just saying I've been in and out of the house today, throwing away trash and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know. But it's okay. I'm gonna get in the shower here in a moment, so it's okay. I've been doing a lot of cleaning out stuff. Y'all, I'm tired of clutter. I'm tired of stuff that ain't gonna take, that's good for me. I can't. I'm a single person that, it's just me. It's me, and I gotta, my sister's not here. I ain't got nobody to defend me. I ain't got nobody to defend me no more. I gotta defend myself and make sure that I'm walking in a right line, so that way, less disturbance for me is better. Less disturbance, less stress, because I ain't got nobody to cry to. You know what I mean? I can cry to God. That's the most important. But, I'm talking about here on the physical realm, the physical right here realm. So, Mary says, Trina, we plant a huge garden every year, can and freeze everything and share with family and others. That's awesome. That's awesome, Mary. I know they greatly appreciate it, and I know that you love doing it. So yes, that's awesome. Keith says, I have my peppers and tomatoes seeding starting. Yay, Keith. Keith, how did they hold up when it got cold over there? Does a lot of that rain messes it up too, or you have it in like a place where it's like, okay, it should be pretty secure? Keith says, just bring on empty cartons, wintertime, corn chicken feed, no, antibiotics, no hormones, all natural. I get extra large and jumbo eggs, double and triple yolk quite often. Hey. He's like, I know I'm going to be fed if I ain't got nothing but some damn eggs. But eggs is good because it's protein. Protein, hey. And it's got a lot of other good stuff in there. You know what I mean? So, hey, and the little one, she doesn't like, well, I'm not going to say she's getting better at eating scrambled eggs, but she used to not really be crazy at all for scrambled eggs. She'll like them boiled, but she wasn't crazy about it. She'll eat them now every once and again scrambled. But yes, Mary says, good for you, Trina. I need to work on cleaning things out. Yeah, clean it out, Mary, because you know what? You'll even feel better. People don't understand that, but even if it's just a reminder, but when you're cleaning things out, it makes you feel so much better, because you know what? We clutter our brains, we clutter our homes, we clutter our cars, we clutter everything that we probably can. And what we should be doing is, to me, I'm starting to realize, let go of the clutter. If you have not used it in a year and you know that you're not probably going to be using it no time soon, but you know somebody that can probably use it, let somebody else have it. If you're in a situation of probably buying you another one in a year or two, put the money to the side and say, this is for next year, but I've got to get rid of this one right now because it's just taking up space, right? So do what you have to do to clear out the clutter, because clutter can be from anything, right? It can be items, it can be people, it can be products, it could be whatever. So, but if you don't use it and you're not needing it and it's just taking up space, and every time you look at it, you're like, get rid of it. Because that's what I was doing today. I was looking at stuff. I'm tired of looking at stuff that's bringing me no purpose. I just can't. I can't do it no more. Not in 2023 going forward. I won't. Shoot. Keith says 25 hens and one mighty rooster. Hey, okay. Look at you. That's big. I didn't know you were taking care of all that outside, Keith. I know you had your puppies, your babies, but I didn't know you had all that going on outside of your house. You have them inside, okay, in a small greenhouse. Look at you. You got them all tidied up. They even spoiled. Oh, my. But that's good, Keith, because I know the weather over there is very iffy. And then even with it being iffy, it's not like the best. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's good that you have them somewhere where they're safe. They can stay warm. and all that kind of good stuff. And do you like normally, like before bad weather hit, do you normally just go out there, check on them, and just kind of give them what they need before things get bad? Like, what happens when it floods? Do you bring them in? Like, what do you have to do? Or do they sit high enough inside of the greenhouse? Do you have it to where they can go up on things in the greenhouse? Mary says, that's a lot of hens, Keith. I have 7 and a dog that wants to eat them. The chickens, not the eggs. It is a headache with the dog. Oh my goodness. What kind of dog do you have, Mary? What kind of dog do you have? Keith says, I like eggs for breakfast over. Oh, yes. Over easy eggs are so good. I don't know how to make them. My sister was really good at making them. My mom was really good. My grandmother was really good. They were all good at making over easy eggs. And here go me. I don't know how to. But it's something that I don't do. I don't know if I don't let it cook long enough on one side before I try to flip it. I don't know. It just always falls apart for me. It just don't work. What's the trick, Keith? What is the trick? He says, I like, yes. Scrambled, fried, all good. Yeah. You know what? I like egg sandwiches. Oh, I love me some good old egg sandwich with some cheese. Oh, yes. Now we talking. Yes. And then put some toast. Yes. Toast it up. Yes. But I like over easy too. I remember we have this place. It's a burger place, and I know it's mainly known in Texas, and it's called Whataburger. But if y'all aren't familiar with it, it's a big time. Everybody knows Whataburger here in Texas. But they had a sandwich at one time where they actually was putting over easy eggs. I forgot what it was called, but they would actually put the over easy eggs on the hamburger. And I did it. I liked it. It was good, but they don't do it often. But I don't know, maybe somebody got sick or something. I hope not. But I'm just saying, like, it's good. I like over easy. And they good for your grits too. Like if you like grits, I like to put them in my grits with some bacon. Mm-hmm. Yes. Says the chickens are outside, but in a protected hen house. I am not prone to being flooded. My 2 pups leaves the chickens alone. Yeah, they ain't trying to mess with them chickens. They know better. Yeah, Whataburger. Yeah, I it's good. It's good food. It's good. I'm not gonna lie. And then it's funny because it's a lot of people, that I have on my Facebook that have moved out of Texas from when we were in high school. And it's funny because when they come home and you look at their pictures and they're home, because they're like, hey, first stop I got when I got off the plane was, guess what? Whataburger. Or when we drove in, the first place we stopped was Whataburger. And it's good. It's a good food chain. It really is. I like it. I can't complain about it. So, but yeah, good fries, good burgers. So, but yes, because I remember growing up, it was like always Burger King. Like we lived in Florida. And so my grandmother would always take us to Burger King, and she loved Burger King. And even like when we moved to Texas, she would love to go to Whataburger, but she would still pick Burger King over Whataburger. There may be those days and she's like, come on, yeah, let's go get a Whataburger, But majority of it, she really liked Burger King. So yeah. But that's interesting. Yes, Whataburger it is. Whataburger. And so, and I like to get mine's toasted buns, toasted on both sides. Oh, it'd be so good, y'all. It'd be so good. Whew. But anyways, that just sounds so heavy for my stomach right now, I guess, because I'm not hungry. So it sounds really, really heavy. But yes. Mary says, I have a crazy border collie. Okay, black lab puppy, 9 months. Oh, 9 months. Okay. And a killer. She is 100 pounds, 100-pound mutt that kills everything. But she is my oldest, and my girls she does keep the coyotes away. Well, that's good. That's good because we sure don't want the coyotes showing up, do we? But yes, that's so cute. Oh, you got a I bet you she's beautiful. I bet you she's so beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Mary. Keith says, yeah, duck some balcony. Mike is with a couple of eggs and fry it on toast. Slice of tomatoes, some Miracle Whip. Good eating. But you know what? Like, it's funny because if I was to do that, I wouldn't put tomatoes on mine. I don't know why. Like, I'm not big on tomatoes when it comes to my sandwiches. Like, I would rather eat the tomato on the side. I know, but I would rather eat the tomato on the side versus on my sandwich. I don't know, because especially for me, I like tomatoes. When I eat tomatoes, I don't like them soft. I like my tomatoes to where they just became like they're eatable. You can eat them. Not green. I'm not talking about green tomatoes, but I'm just saying, like, I like my tomatoes kind of firm. You know what I mean? I don't like soft tomatoes. And I know a lot of places where you go, they give you soft tomatoes and some of them be but yeah, when I go to hamburger joints and stuff, I don't even get like the hamburgers with the lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, none of that. I just get it with the meat, cheese, and that's it. Meat and cheese. And then, like, I will then have them put like an easy layer of mayo. You got to stay light on the mayo, because if not, some places will just gob it on there. But yeah, so I like sometimes, my little salad tree on the side. I know it sounds weird, but we all different, just a little unique. That's all. To each his own, Trina. That's right. That's right. Mary says she is absolutely gorgeous, Trina. She looks like she should live in Alaska, and everyone always comments on her beauty. I bet. Oh my goodness. So where do you live at again, Mary? I'm sorry. You probably have already said it, and I'm just like not even knowing it. You know what I mean? So what state are you in? Oh yeah, fried green tomatoes. Those are good. Fried green tomatoes are really good. I remember the first time I tried fried green tomatoes was with my mom. I will never forget that. And I remember she was making some, and I said, "Oh, what is that?" And she goes, "Tomatoes." And I said, "Well, why do they look like that?" And she goes, "Because they're green tomatoes." And I'm like, "Ugh." And I say, you go eat that?" And she was like, "Yeah." So she did whatever she did, battered up or whatever, and fried them suckers. They was on point, right? So yeah, I like them. And then I start eating them from different places, and they're not bad. They're actually really good, you know? Yes. There it says about an hour outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I always said that I was going to go to Cincinnati. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's Cincinnati. And it's funny because I don't know anybody that lives in Cincinnati. But it is so pretty over there. I'm gonna tell you that certain parts and that's why I'm probably cultivated on it, because some parts of Cincinnati is just beautiful. Like, you take a picture, and the only reason I'm saying that is because I've not been to Cincinnati, but I had a friend, a nurse that I used to work with. She went to Cincinnati, and she had did some sightseeing and all that kind of good stuff, and brought back some pictures, and I was just like, I would have loved to just been on that trip. I would have just loved it. I loved it. Oh, I would have loved it. So yes, Cincinnati. Love it, Mary. So anyways, yes. So y'all, whatever y'all do in life, please don't stop and don't quit. Okay. The only way that you should be stopping, and the only reason you should be quitting, is stop because it's not working, and quitting because it's done. That's the only reason. But we're not going to stop because we're giving up, and we're not going to quit because we feel like there's nothing else we can do. So keep pushing through. Don't stop. Don't quit. Keep pushing through. Okay. And when the next season comes through, or whatever it is that's following ahead of that, keep going. It's always, guys, we get feel like we get stuck. And it's okay to feel like you get stuck sometimes, because sometimes when we get stuck, that's when we got to take a break. Take a break, calm, get your mind together, and process and think. Okay. Just because it didn't work once does not mean it's not going to work the next time. We just got to change things up, but we're not going to stop and we're not going to quit. You're going to keep on going. And let me tell you that shooting over there in California, that's got to tell us we can't stop fighting, okay? Because there are so many things that we have to fight for in this world. And if we stop doing it, then guess what? Eventually everything that we've worked so hard for up to here, because people decide they're going to stop because it doesn't fit for them, and then all of a sudden everything just stops. And so at the end of the day, we've quit. And we don't want to quit, because when I feel like when you're quitting, you're just throwing your hands up and saying there's no more that can be done. And so we know that with some things that we do, we can't quit. Being a parent, you can't quit being a parent. You can't. You always go be a parent, right? So we can stop doing the things that we normally do for them as they grow up, but we're not gonna quit, because we can't quit being parents. Okay. Even though sometimes our children might make it hard for us and tell us something different, we can't quit being parents. We gonna be parents to the day we die. Okay. We can stop doing some of the things that we want. And that's the same thing as just life in general. Stop doing the things that don't have no value or depleting us and bringing us down, and focus on things that'll keep us going, so we don't have to look at the level of just quitting. Because a lot of them say, I just quit, I just give up. What are you quitting and giving up for? There's so much in this world for us to know and to do, and resources. You know what I mean? Sometimes we have to make changes, and some people are afraid of change. But don't be afraid of change. Think of change in a good way. Okay? Change can bring you good, valuable lessons. It can put you in the right circumstances. It can actually make your life of abundance. Okay? Change can make your life of abundance, but you can't stop and you can't quit. Okay? Just move on to the next thing. Change things around. And I'm going to keep saying that, guys, because it's very important that we don't give up. When we start giving up, then we will eventually give up on ourselves. And let the truth be told, a lot of the times, the first thing that we do give up on is ourselves. So keep telling yourself, I don't stop and I don't quit. Own it. Okay. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to get ready to get off here. I am getting back on here tomorrow, and I am going to just be so excited to see you guys again. But yeah, so I want to thank y'all so much for joining me here tonight and just showing the love and good conversation. And I hope that you guys got something out of this. I know I go through the chat, talk a little bit on the topic, but keep your eyes and ears open all the time, because even though it might sound repetitive or it might sound like something you already know, it's always that little bit of something that can carry you through. And if it can't carry you through, guess what? It can probably help somebody else. Okay. So always know that. So Mary, I'll be back here tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And I hope that you get ready, that you're able to join us. You are always welcome. Always know that. And it's just a pleasure having you here tonight with us. I'm so excited. Yay. Everybody, y'all, please make sure that y'all hit those thumbs up and make sure you like, share, bring a friend that you think can be encouraged or just want to be themselves and be in, just know how to love and treat yourself, and just get into good conversation with great people. We don't always go on topic, but it's just something that it's up there that we can talk about if necessary. But what we talk about here in the chat and what you guys talk about is so important to me. And to me, that's where my focus is. And I might bring some words of encouragement, but guys, I love just being here with y'all. And we are going to continue to grow. Y'all have done amazing, amazing, amazing. So yes. But anyways, I want y'all to get y'all some rest. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Mary. Oh, you got me blushing. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. Y'all go see this. Mary says, I will be busy, but we'll try to catch you soon. You have a best smile. Thank you so much, Mary. I so appreciate it. Thank you. But yes, y'all, I will be back here tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Central Time here on Uniquely Inspired with who? Me, Trina. Y'all know how it is, but y'all know before we get up off here, y'all know I want y'all to have a grand, fantastic night, evening. Get you some rest. Try not to, if you feel like you're starting to stress, start to look higher and do things and think positive and let the spirit get to you in good spirits, okay? And I want all y'all to have a blessed night as well. But before we get off here as well, y'all already know what I'm going to say. I want y'all to make sure that you like and love yourself. What? Like and love yourself first. Good night.